America's in collapse right now, and the reason we know this is because America's become a lawless society, and you can't sell anything without violence and sex. And the goats have their kids. It's easy to get paranoid and trip out. I just remind myself that when the video game makers start getting killed and there's blood running from my nose, that's the time when I want you to kill me, because I'm about to turn into a fucking zombie, and the only way I'm going to survive is by being a zombie or letting them think that I'm a zombie. I just want to fade into the fucking zombie crowd. I'm not trying to be a god. I'm not trying to be a terrorist. Any of that bullshit. If you trace it back to its source, what we're dealing with is raw L. If you go back a little further, you'll find out that even the Ten Commandments that Moses brought down from Mount Sinai were really the 12 negative confessions. The 12 negative confessions became the Ten Commandments, became the law. Moses was the lawgiver. And that's what we have here in America. We have Moses, we have the Stoic philosophers, and we have Rome. So it was the Greeks, the Romans, and, Israel. That's what America is. It's the law based on Moses, right? And it's the philosophy of the Stoic philosophers, and it's the government of Rome, and that's how the shit works. Those are the three pillars. That's the Lord of the Rings, the Lord of the Canaan land, the Lord of the Horns, the Lord of the Moon Cult, the Lord of the volcano, the Lord of the Yahweh, the Lord of the land, and it's Saturn if you really trace it back to its origin. But why does Moses have horns? That's the question I'm asking. I'm heading out to Eden, yes, my brother, heading out to paradise, heading out to Canaan land, heading out to canon law, heading out where the soul never dies. I'm heading out to Canaan, where the soul never dies. Yep, Madison Avenue, that's where they dream up all the shit for the advertising. That's how they fuck with our heads, Some of them think just the best way to sell something is to use sex, and other people say violence, but it doesn't matter because it really comes from the same source. People just want to be violent so they can be sexual, and it's all part of the same expression of the same base human instinct, the survival instinct, the fight or flight mechanism, the fight, flight, or fuck mechanism, you know what I'm saying? But it's all futility, but it's based on the fertility cult. But it's not fertility, it's futility. You know what I'm saying? It all started with that apostle. There were how many apostles were there? There were 12 disciples, and then they became apostles because they walked with Jesus. But then there was this one dude who never even walked with Jesus, but he told everybody he was an apostle, and they accepted that just because he said he was. He made up some fucking elaborate story about going to hell and all this bullshit. The truth was that Paul was just a fucking agent for the Mossad, man. He was an original con man. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to create the Jesus without the mushroom, without the Christmas wreath. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to strip paganism of its roots, and he wanted to make it look like it was part of the church. And it's the same thing that the motherfucking Jewish architects of their New World Order were doing from the beginning. So the same matrix is getting created all over again. It's fucking Astro, man. I'm so sick of it. I don't know.